back to my YouTube channel! Oh my gosh, grabe. Ilang buwan na naman akong absent sa pag-upload ng vlogs. But, valid po ang reason. Umuwi ng Pilipinas, tapos pagbalik, naglipat ng bahay, and then back to work, GGB. Gulo-gulo talaga lately. Yeah, actually, nakapag-record ako ng vlog last week, pero hindi ko gusto yung flow. Parang mix. You know me, ayokong mag-upload ng vlog na parang pushed, yung parang trinay ko lang for the sake of uploading. Ayoko niyan. So, hopefully, magustuhan ko na ito. For this video, I am going to talk about visa update. Unfortunately, yung naudlot kong 482 visa and what visa I am on right now. Ano yung visa ko na ngayon and how nag-fail yung 482 visa ko na goal. So, number one question, ano na po ang visa nyo ngayon, Miss Val? So, I am no longer on a student visa. Hindi na po ako naka-student visa. Hindi ako naka-postgrad visa. Yung 482 visa ko na goal, hindi din siya natuloy. I am now on a partner visa. Oh my God! Paano? Paano nangyari yun, Miss Val? So, for this vlog, dito ko i-explain sa inyo kung paano na-end up na naging partner visa yung visa ko. I am not really the person na mag-share ng mga ganitong bagay, but na-realize ko na this will help. And yung video ko na to, yung YouTube channel ko, it's my journey. So it's part of, my journey here in Australia. Paano, anong nangyari. So yeah, remember when I said na nag-change ako ng course, so kailangan kong mag-study ng Certificate 3 and makuha yung certificate for me to be able to work sa aged care and maka-fully start na ako sa industry, makapasok ako sa industry. So aside from that goal, talagang siniguro ko na yung mapapasukan ko if ever na company is nagsa-sponsor talaga. So I researched for, big companies here in Australia. Around 2023, naging news na kasi yan na may mga malalaking aged care na company dito sa Australia na magsa-sponsor ng visa for AINs or assistant in nursing. So, nag-research na ako and I didn't wanna waste my time, working sa aged care, kumuha ng experience. Hindi kasi lahat ng aged care facilities or companies approved to sponsor. Ayokong mag-waste ng time na mag-work sa isang aged care company or facility na wala namang sponsorship. So, yun din yung ginawa ko. I think that was around November of 2023 when I officially started working doon. And then, doon din kasi ako nag-placement. So, parang inabsorb lang nila ako and it took like mga a few weeks, 4 weeks maybe of the whole employment process after my placement and then my training na 3 days. Oo. So, doon pa lang, alam ko na magsa-sponsor sila by the time na it opened. Yung partner ko ngayon, na-meet ko siya mga around 2023 din. It wasn't really part of the plan na magka-jowa kasi I can honestly say na nag-focus ako on getting my certificate and yung placement, talagang tinapos ko siya. That was after our placement na nag-decide ako na okay, sige, I'll talk to this man and see because I was purely single, walang sabit, lonely, alone, may mga friends, but you know what I mean? Feeling ko ba na mag-isa ko lang ginagawa to, yung future ko na meron sana akong kasama, mag-isa ko siyang ginagawa. He knew I was a student, so alam niya yung pinasukan niya, guys. Yung nagustuhan ko lang sa relationship namin is yung honesty. Sinabi ko sa kanya na I'm on a student visa. I would possibly go to a regional area for, work sponsorships para makastay dito kasi ayokong maging student forever. And he was also honest na he'll never get married for the sake of the visa because he is Christian. Para sa kanya, sacred yung marriage. And if it's something he will, do, gusto niya for the best reason, hindi yung visa. And that's what I liked about him. Kasi straight, direct, honest. And as for me, sinabi ko sa kanya na I am also not going to get married for the sake of the visa. Where am I coming from? From a failed relationship, having 3 kids, obviously for myself na din. Gusto ko, if ikakasal man ako, for the best reason din, for family. Yun na lang yung tanging gift na mabibigay ko sa pamilya ko, sa mga anak ko, na ayokong maging processed yung kasal ko. Ayoko nang ganon. Ako lang to ha, personal ko lang to ha. I'm not judging anyone who did this step. It's you guys. But ako din to. Yun lang din yung naging stand ko for myself. Yun yung tanging prayer ko kay God na, Lord, kung makakapag-stay man ako dito sa Australia, hindi ko po ibibigay yung tanging magiging gift ko na din sa inyo po. So, yun yung dasal ko. So, doon, nag-agree kami. So, yun yung naging start ng relationship. So, yeah, from November 2023, yung naging first update was January na sinabihan kaming get ready, kung gusto niyong magpa-shortlist, a few memos from the company. February of 2024, yun na, nagsa-start na silang mag-list. So, na-include ako sa shortlist. So, I was very happy kasi that time, yung facility manager namin, sinabi niya na we are going to focus on mga staffs na ma-expire yung visa the soonest. Mag-expire yung visa ko November 1 of 2024. Mamamatay din yung visa ko together with Undas. Talagang ginol ko kasi ayoko nang maging student ulit. Yung goal kasi para lang makasurvive is to have a stable income. I can no longer afford to be a student because my work restriction yung mga students dito. February 24, nag-meeting kami first ng manager ko. 12 kami na ma-expire yung visa that year. Meeting kami ng facility manager, binigyan kami ng mga update na ganito, ganyan. Let's have a fortnightly meeting for the updates, blah, blah, blah. So yun, join lang ako ng join, waiting for the updates. To be honest, I wasn't really 100% sure na mai-include talaga ako. Nag-cling lang ako sa hope na mapa-prioritize yung sponsorship ko kasi my visa's ending that year then. And then yun yung promise ng facility manager sa amin. We're gonna prioritize your visa first. Ganito, ganyan. One of the requirements for 482 sponsorships, that time, a minimum of 1 year lang working in that company para ma-sponsoran ka. So, di ba, I started November. Ma-expire yung visa ko November of 2024. So, parang shocks. Kailangan nila ako i-sponsor before November. However, hindi ako magwa 1 year hanggang November. So, parang worried. 50-50 yung chance. Tapos, yung mga kasabayan ko pa na ma-expire yung visa that year, 5 years working na doon, 3 years working na doon. Like, Lord, But prayed and hope na i-include lang. Kasi hindi ko na talaga afford maging student ulit. Kasi diploma na yung last course of study ko, diba? So, I have no other choice but to proceed with bachelor's. So, it's either inline pa din sa community services or nursing. Kasi goal ko din naman talaga mag-nurse. If ever magiging student man ako, I'm gonna study diploma of nursing para ma-EN ako or proceed na to bachelor's para may postgrad. And hindi na ako ma-problema yung time back. Kasi the longer I stay as a student, the longer din yung expenses ko and masya-short ako. So, bahay na talaga ako. So, yeah, I was really hoping na isa ako sa matanggap. So, yun, join lang ako ng mga meeting, hear ng mga updates. But for like March, April, same updates pa din. We're still waiting for blah, blah, blah. We're still waiting for this from the head office about our update because it's not just our facility, guys, that's being sponsored. Yun yung mga chika ng facility manager namin. Yung iba, naghahanap na din na plan B, Of course, we cannot just rely in one goal, one target. Dito talaga, we really find plan B, plan C. So, that time, naghahanap na din ako ng mga regional na areas na willing to sponsor kasi short sila of staffs. So, may mga nahanap na din ako. However, mostly talaga, ayaw nilang tumanggap or ayaw nilang mag-sponsor straight away. Yung sponsorship is internal. Actually, may mga companies na nasa regional areas na willing sila to sponsor right away. Pero, may agent kasi yun. And then, through the agent, magbabayad ka ng $12,000. Sabi ng mga classmates ko, you have to give the agent a down payment of $1,500. Non-refundable. So, hindi guarantee na mabibigyan ka talaga or mapipili ka sa sponsorship. So, I'm like, I don't have that money. Tas non-refundable pa. Paano kung hindi? So, thank you na naman yung money ko. Every step, everything you do here, money talaga. Especially when you're not a resident, you're not a citizen. Pera-pera talaga. However, meron akong mga kakilala, a few, maybe 4, from my school, na nag-risk sila na magbigay ng ganong kalaking halaga to get the sponsorship. And they were really sponsored naman talaga. But, yeah, yun nga. As for me, hindi ko afford yan. And so, he knew all about it. He was there when I was, researching about all regional areas. We both do not like long-distance relationships. We're not getting any younger. So, parang if we're gonna have a relationship, yung present. So, yung pag-research ko ng mga regional areas, nag-research din siya how he can visit me, how far, pwede ba siyang matrain, kasi he loves traveling din eh. Nag-help siya na yung goal at the same time, kayang i-adjust ng relationship namin na, weekly, he's gonna visit me when he's not working, or I'm gonna visit him if I'm not working. So, yun yung mga naging experience namin while, waiting for my company to say na we're including you, Valerie, sa 482 visa. So, tinulungan din niya naman ako to do the research. June of 2024, kinailangan kong umuwi ng Pilipinas. Emergency yun na uwi. Wala talaga sana akong planong umuwi ng 2024 until malaman ko kung anong visa yung susunod. Kasi, number one, visa renewal, whatever it is, work or student, gastos talaga. So, I needed to save the money sana. Kaso, it was about my kids, so I really needed to settle important matters. 2024 is about worries, confusing times din, unknown. So, anong mangyayari sa akin after November 1? Or anong mangyayari sa akin pag hindi ako na-sponsoran ng company ko? It's all about figuring out, finding ways. Yung ginawa ko din, aside from waiting sa update from my facility manager, pumunta ako sa website ng company namin. Kasi doon, nag-post sila sa careers page nila na they're sponsoring papunta ng South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales. Nag-risk ako para yung application ko, it will go directly to the head office. So, ginamit ko na lang talaga yung mga strategies, mga ways, not just waiting for my facility manager. Ilang months na, time is running out. Kasi June na yun, November, yung ibang kasamahan ko nga, August na may expire yung visa nila, September, so earlier than me, so they're even worried. So, nung June 2024, nung umuwi ako sa Pilipinas, minessage ako ng isang kasamahan ko. Sinabi niya na, we just got an update from the facility manager na hindi na matutuloy yung sponsorship kasi yung pinaprioritize ng head office na iput sa Victoria, regional Victoria is yung mga nasa Victoria na. Tapos yung ilalagay nila sa regional area ng New South Wales or South Australia, yung mga nandun na existing para hindi na daw sila maproblema yung pag-move ng mga example taga Queensland to Victoria to South Australia. So yun yung naging reason daw ng facility manager. So obviously, in the middle of doing something sa Pilipinas, parang nawalan ako ng pag-asa talaga. Shocks, June na, November 1 na talaga mag-expire yung visa ko. I only have 4 months or less na makapaghanap ng work sponsor. Otherwise, magsustudy student talaga ako ulit. And I don't have the show money anymore. Hindi ko talaga ma-afford yung tuition fee, tas mga existing bills ko pa. Nung nag-reply yung head recruitment, nag-show talaga ako ng interest. Yung parang desperate moves na ba. However, nasad ako sa part nung sinabi ng head recruitment na just get back to us by November. Kasi yung requirements namin is you have to be working sa facility, any facility under our company na you have to be working for at least a year to be sponsored. So, meow, 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 meow. Yun yung nangyari. Yun yung response na natanggap ko. Pero sinabi nila na you are still part of our list. Just contact us. Yung kaklase ko, ma-expire yung visa niya September of 2024. Take note. Nag-start siya mag-work. The same kami ng company ha. Different branch lang or different facility siya. Sinabi niya sa akin, oh my gosh, tutulungan ako ng manager ko na makapag 482 visa para ma-save yung visa ko. And the way her manager told her, sinabi nung manager niya, hindi ko talaga makakalimutan. Even if you have to borrow money from me, manager yan ha, to process the 482 visa, I will lend you money to be sponsored and go to Sunshine Coast. Sunshine Coast, Queensland lang din. 1 hour away from Brisbane. September ma-expire yung visa niya that time. September din siya magwa 1 year sa company. So, possible pala talaga. Na-realize ko lang, it all depends on how supportive your manager is. Diba? Imagine, for how many months, same update, ended up wala. So, if I'm thinking about it, kung naging supportive lang din sana yung manager, he was really genuine about helping us get the 482 visa, kaya pala eh. Budol-budol din pala minsan yung sponsorships. Depende how supportive your manager is. Kasi yung company man yung magsusponsor, but the recommendation is from the manager. Mas nasad lang ako sa part na kinailangang mag-start over ng mga kasamahan ko na 5 years na nag-work, 3 years na nag-work, even 7 years na nag-work sa company namin, pero hindi na offeran ng visa. I was even more, sad for them than for me. Kasi 1 year pa lang ako eh. Kasi sila, they've served the company for 3, 5, 7 years, pero walang visa. So yung iba, lumipat na lang ng Cairns, lumipat na lang ng regional, nag-student ulit after their COVID visa kasi wala. So, sinabihan ko yung partner ko that time na, my company is not sponsoring and there's no chance of me getting sponsored kasi ganito ganyan. Nirelay ko sa kanya yung sinabi ng kasamahan ko sa work. I remember he said na, it's okay, let's try to see if merong mga companies pa din regional. I'll try to research while you're not here. Yun yung mga usapan namin. Ako naman na parang obviously na lose na yung hope. Talagang prepare ko na lang. Naghanap na lang ako ng ways na makakome up ng amount just in case I'm going back to be, a student. Kasi yung nakikita ko talaga before, I cannot go back to the Philippines. Nandito na ako eh. Nandito na ako sa Australia eh. Ayokong mawalan ng worth yung pag-risk kong pumunta dito, tas uuwi lang pala ako. Yung naisip ko, ano yung work ko doon? Ano yung gagawin ko doon? Matagal na akong hindi nag-VVA. So, local jobs, hindi talaga ako magsusurvive with the expenses I have at home. Wala na akong babalikang career sa Pilipinas. Yun lang, I was very surprised nung pagkabalik ko nung July of 2024. Pagkabalik ko, that night, he told me na, let's do the partner visa. Sabi ko, paano? Why? Sabi niya, I'm just tired of researching companies na pwedeng magsusponsor sa'yo. And I am tired of checking how far the transpo will be, how the transpo will be like. Yun yung mga research niya kasi kung gaano kalayo, paano kami travel, pagod na daw siya. Tapos, sabi niya pa, also, when I talk to my parents about you not going to be sponsored by your company, yung tatay niya nag-research daw about the partner visa application and all that. So, doon, nalaman niya from his dad na pwede daw mag-partner visa kahit hindi married. So, registering a relationship, I knew about it. Kaso, kasi hindi ko naman talaga siya thoroughly na i-check, yung knowledge ko lang, you have to live together for more than a year din. Magwa 1 year kami around October of 2024 that time. So parang, hindi pa din pasok. Hindi kami mag 1 year of living together. Nadamay pa yung tatay niya. Sabi niya, Dad researched about it. He said we can register our relationship as de facto. We can bypass daw that requirement of living together for at least a year. Wow! So parang coming from a very stressful trip, yun yung naging news niya sa akin pagkabalik ko. So, sino ako para hindi mag-yes to it? Yung goal ko lang dito is makastay ako so I will be able to give more, to provide more, and have the life I think I deserve naman. 'Di ba? Kasi I'm working. I am trying my best. Hindi ako nakahiga lang sa sofa, hindi ako nakahiga lang sa bed, waiting for someone to give me money. I work hard. So, nung nagsabi siya sa akin, okay, ganito na lang yung gagawin natin para matapos na to, and you can focus on us fully, you can focus on our future, we can really start building our life together without having to question, when will this be over? Or hanggang kailan lang yung relationship namin because of my visa. He made a whole point because the relationship's genuine, and nakita niya kung gaano ako ka-affected sa family, kung gaano ka-stressful yung journey ko dito. Me having to worry about my kids, my family, aside from the visa. So sabi niya, if we do this will end all the worries. So yeah, when he offered it to me about his plans, I said yes. Kasi for the first time in my life, may isang tao talaga na nakita yung worth. So everyone will automatically judge nga, you're just doing this for the visa for you to stay. Sorry, but I cannot really fully relate to it. Hindi naman ako yung nag-ask. Even ako, kung ako siya, and hindi ako sure sa relationship namin, why would I even offer it, diba? So for the first time in my life, someone chose me. Someone chose to be with me. Someone chose to build a life with me. Who am I to say no? Diba? I have been in long-term relationships hoping na this is it. And finally, I got it. Different situation nga lang kasi I'm here as a temporary resident eh. Ako yung inofera. So that's the difference. And hindi din ako nahirapang piliin siya na mag-yes din sa kanya because he has a career, financially independent, he has his own savings, hindi dependent sa parents, walang problema. He respects me, we communicate, everything. Super easy. May adjustment lang sa culture, yung mga nakasanayan. But nasabi ko namang na-work out na namin yung part na yan, yung stage na yan. So yeah, that was one of the easiest yes in my life. I'm really happy about it kasi yung time na hindi naman ako naghahanap ng jowa, binigay siya ng kusa. It just makes me, realize na hindi lang pala ikaw yung gumagawa ng paraan for your life. Si Lord din pala. Not everyone is, religious watching this, but yeah, strong lang talaga yung faith ko din. So, in a different vlog, I'm gonna share with you kung paano yung naging process namin. So, if there's anyone watching or following me on YouTube and is planning to do the partner visa application na DIY, walang agent, I will upload our process for it. So, nag-DIY lang kami, walang agent, but that's a whole different thing. Yung focus lang sa vlog na ito is ano yung visa ko na ngayon, paano siya nangyari, and all that. Para sa mga next vlogs ko, mas maintindihan nyo kung bakit nagagawa ko na yung mga bagay-bagay na bawal naman sa students, like working full-time. And also, this vlog kasi is my journey. This is not just about people watching me here on YouTube, following me here. This is something na I want to look back and, you know, remember na, oh, ganito pala yung naging journey ko. Even now, yung mga jobs ko before, nung kakadating ko lang, na-amaze ako how, you know, the journey evolved. Yung parang, oh, grabe no, naranasan ko na pala yun. You know, hindi ko na kasi, or hindi mo na kasi mareremember lahat. So, this is also the reason why I'm doing this on YouTube. You know, it's not just about sharing information to people, but it's also for me. Even up to this moment, up to this day, nakakatanggap pa din ako ng mga offers ng company for sponsorship. So, yung ginagawa ko na lang is fino-forward ko siya sa mga kasamahan ko na student. Oh guys, if you have this qualification, apply na kayo. Sinesend ko yung email ng recruitment team sa kanila, sinishare ko na lang. Kasi walang gustong maging student forever. And I am that person na kung kaya kong tumulong, tutulong talaga ako. Tapos sila na bahala. Yung isang friend ko, pinamessage ko siya sa recruitment team, nasa Tweed Heads na siya, so sponsored na siya. So yun na lang yung naging ano ko ba na hindi naman ako madamot. Hindi ako madamot na tao as long as kung kaya ko lang tumulong, tutulong ako. And now that I'm no longer on a student visa, I'm able, this is not me just providing, giving for my family, especially na din to kasi alam ko yung journey ng mga students dito eh. Kasi naging student din ako. Worried din ako kung saan ako patungo. So, kung ano yung magiging pathway ko. But look at me now, I wasn't even planning on doing the partner visa. Hindi ito naging part ng GTE ko. But I'm here. Anything is possible kung saan ka talaga dadalhin ng panahon, ng tadhana. You are going to be where you're meant to be. Parang ganun. Moto ko lang yan. If it's for you, it's for you. If I'm meant to stay in Australia, regardless of what visa I'm meant to stay in Australia. So, yun lang. Walang illegal na nangyari. All honest, all genuine. It will still be something that I'm proud of because hindi siya out of hate from someone else. Hindi siya out of bitterness. Talagang nag-focus lang ako sa kung anong meron ako at hindi yung kung ano yung meron yung ibang tao. So, yun lang. Deserve ko to. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you will continue to support me. Follow my YouTube channel. Click like and subscribe for more vlog updates. And sobrang na-appreciate ko po na na-appreciate nyo yung mga vlogs ko, yung mga positive comments nyo about my journey here. So thank you po for watching my vlogs and for supporting me here on YouTube. I will upload more vlogs, especially now na parang wider na yung journey. You know, it's another visa. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!